It's actually interesting. They had stopped by really quickly one Saturday. They were around the area, and they remember seeing our ads or hearing our ads, so they quickly ran upstairs just to see what we were about. And they actually left their father down in the car so that way they wouldn't be up here for too long. And they came upstairs, we talked to them a little bit about what we do, and then they decided to go ahead and make a future appointment to go more into detail of doing their remodel. So they wanted to do the remodel. The house wasn't in bad condition. It was in typical, average condition. And they actually wanted to go ahead and change a couple of things with the kitchen area. They wanted to open the space up between the kitchen to the living room. It's an older home in Hawaii Kai. So they have a wall between the kitchen to the living room area that kind of separates the two. And then their door that goes from the garage into the kitchen, they wanted to reverse the swing. So instead of that door swinging into the kitchen and blocking some of the cabinetry, they wanted to flip that swing so that it opened outward into the garage to allow them more usable free space within the kitchen itself. And then they also need to replace all of their windows, the window trims, things that have worn out over time, as well as update their bathrooms to be more spacious. So that was the whole reason why they wanted to do the remodel. It was just more of an update to bring the house more current. The only challenge we really had was probably between the kitchen to the dining. It was kind of like a long run or like an alleyway, long and narrow, and there was a ceiling height change from the kitchen to the dining room. And so the kitchen carried into the dining room where we incorporated a tall piece, and then we had a sit-down area at the window. And so that was one of the obstacles, to try and make sure that we kept the flow so it wasn't one of those eyesores that as soon as you walked in, you're like, oh, what is that? So we used our Canyon Creek cabinet line, and we went with a natural maple for the doors in the shaker style. And it was to keep the kitchen a light feeling, not to take away from all the light that's coming in from the windows. We wanted to keep that space very open and airy. For the countertops, we went with Cambria. So it is the engineered quartz surface where you basically don't really have to worry too much about it. It's a maintenance-free product. You don't have to worry about staining. You do need to be careful with certain cleaners so that they don't react with the man-made product, which is it has resins in it. So it is pretty much a carefree, you put it in, installed, and you're done. So for the appliances, we actually had them work with Pacific Appliance Group for their appliances. And then for the lighting, we had Dream Home Builders, who was the general contractor, assist them with that. And we have them pair up with Lighting Elegance usually to go ahead and choose that. So that's what they did on this project. The flooring, they chose to go with like a vinyl type of product. They went with Armstrong Alterna, so it's a vinyl tile. It is something that's also, again, very low maintenance, worry-free. It is water resistant, not waterproof, but water resistant. So you don't have to worry about when you drop water in the kitchen, wiping it up right away. It won't harm the floor at all. Yes, so we did both bathrooms and the kitchen, and then we did all of the flooring throughout the whole house. And then we paired them up with a general contractor that we work with a lot to take care of all the interior painting, replacing all their windows, all their frames on the windows, and all the electrical plumbing that needs to be brought up to date. Now, this was a fun project. It's very rare that we get to do a complete interior gut and redo of the whole house. So they actually moved out to allow for the construction so that everything could be done and ready for them. Painting, all the interiors, tubs and showers, everything. So it was a fun project.